So Soorya, what is in your wallet?
That is a great question. I have done a lot of research before getting all the credit cards I've gotten. I have 4 credit cards right now. So my first credit card was the Bank of America credit card I was telling you, which I got as soon as I could, just so I could start building my credit history. The second one is an Apple credit card. The Apple credit card is a really fancy titanium card, makes a really nice noise when you sound when I drop it, which is mostly what I use it for actually. It gives me a 1% cashback on any purchase I make and a 2% cashback if I use Apple Pay, which means I use my phone or my watch to pay. The third card I got was pretty recent. Last year I was traveling to India and the flights were expensive, and I figured this is my time. It's been a while. It's been 4 or 5 years since I've started using all these credit cards, and I'm pretty familiar. I've been wanting to get a paid credit card, a credit card with an annual fee. And I figured it's time. I did a bunch of research. A lot of my friends also had the Chase Sapphire Reserve and different multiple points for certain stores or something on those lines. And for the $500 or $550 I pay in a year, I get $300 as credit for any airline. So as soon as I make my first airline purchase, I get $300 off of that. I also get DoorDash Premium, which is a little cheaper on DoorDash, which is free food at home. Not free food at home. Also a $5 discount every month on DoorDash for one purchase. You also get Lyft Pink, which I don't really use, which is just a Lyft Premium thing, I think. You get
10x points on Lyft Pink too.
10x points on Lyft. You also get 5x points on flights if you book on the reserve Chase portal, and 10x points on many hotels, I think. So you want to get a credit card that gives you a lot of points. You want to collect a lot of points. You're just tripling your money in just by checking for different offers on how to use points. So that's the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I might have explained it a bit too much already. They also have this Priority Pass, which gives you access to a lot of lounges.
Super underrated. The lounge is so amazing because you can bring a guest too. My cousin brought me
two guests.
Exactly. And it's so underrated. All the food there is free. And it's like this VIP lounge that you can go into.
Sometimes you have shower rooms, and the best thing I really like, they have a tie-up with a lot of different restaurants. And if you walk into a restaurant, you get $30 off the check. And if you take 2 guests, each guest gets $30 off. So let's say you, me, and another person go, that's $90 off the check.
Just get some random people off the side. And it's like, hey, come with me, guys.
And you just last time I went to an airport, I actually had 2 friends. So we went in, we got some food, we got some drinks, and then we just paid the tip, which was $10 for $90 worth of food. It was great.
Wow.
I feel I've made so much more money than the $500 I pay every year already. Yeah. It's only been 5-6 months. I am enjoying the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And the final card I got is just one important thing I want to say about it. It's the Built credit card from Wells Fargo. It is no credit card really gives you points for paying rent, because if you pay your rent with a credit card, they charge you a 3% surcharge. So even if you were to get cash back or if you were to get points, the surcharge is always more. So using a credit card to pay rent is just pointless. But this Wells Fargo Built credit card is great because they have a way in which you can pay rent with the credit card without those surcharges, and you get 1 point per dollar you spend, which is great because I pay so much on rent, which is probably half a month's rent free every year. So that's great. 2 years I own this card, that's 1 month of rent free. So, and it's a free card. I don't have any annual payments or anything. So it's great. I mean, I should have gotten it earlier. I just got it very recently. Yeah.
Nice.
What are the credit cards you have? Do you have the same ones? Do you have some extra ones?
So I have 3 credit cards specifically for cashback, just like what you said. I have the Bank of America credit card, which 3% back, but you can actually get 2.25 additional percent back if you have gold or diamond status. And then I have Discover and Citi cashback, which is also 5% back on certain categories of purchases. And then I have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, just like you. And I have one more. I have the American Express cashback credit card, which I think that was my second credit card that I ever got. I don't really use that anymore.
Sure.
It doesn't really give too much.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cards like that. For example, I also have the Apple credit card, but I only used it one time to purchase a MacBook Pro because
Okay.
because they were doing a promo. You get 5% cash back if you purchase an Apple product,
I see.
which doesn't seem like it's a thing anymore. So
Sure.
I don't really use it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's about it.
Okay, nice. And do you use all these credit cards? Do you do research on how many points you'll get for which category? How much research do you have to do to stay on top of these cards?
So I actually make a note that I keep handy. So I plan out multiple months in advance what card I should be using every month. Because like I said, the Discover, for example, it's only for 3 months at a time that they will do 5% cash back on gas station. So I will plan this out months in advance, and I only do research at a specific time and plan it out. Because I feel it too time consuming to do research every few months.
Yeah.
So I'll plan it out months in advance and I'll just stick with the plan.
That's pretty smart. For the most, that's why I get credit cards where I don't need to do too much research. It's always the same things. There's always plus or minus offers, but yeah, I just, Chase, for example, gives you 3% off dining anytime. So for dining, I just use Chase, that kind of stuff.
And one more thing that I'll mention is that there's this website called thepointsguy.com, which gives so much tidbits about how to use credit cards properly. So every now and then there's an article that comes up in my recommendations. I'll go read it, and then I'll learn something new about credit cards. We should leave a link about that in the description below.
We should, yeah.
And in addition to that, we'll also leave a link to our referral codes, because every time someone signs up for a credit card using a referral code, then we get some financial bonuses based on that.
We get some points, and sometimes even they get some points, right?
Exactly.
Depends. But yeah, depends on what offer is going on. But if you have a referral, sometimes you get extra points. The sad thing about those points though, you get 2,500, 3,000 points every time somebody refers you. But if you translate that to cash, whatever, it's less than $50. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's $50, but I mean, it could be better. It could be $100. It could be $200.
The issue here is that some people will just put those links on some website somewhere, and then they'll have hundreds of people signing up for it.
Yeah.
So if the credit card companies actually honor $100 or $200 per person, that's a lot of money.
See, that's the thing. You can only refer up to 5 friends per year. So after that, you don't get any more bonuses.
Oh.
Yeah. So you if you put it up on a website, only the first 5 people get the bonuses, and then after that, they might get the bonuses, but not you at least. Yeah.
Okay. You said a lot of your friends have the Chase Sapphire Reserve credit card, but I'm also guessing a lot of your friends travel outside the country, because that's what the most traveling internationally costs a lot more than traveling domestically. So let's say you don't travel to India for a while. Would you cancel your Chase Sapphire Reserve card? What would you do? Because you're paying $550 per year for it.
And personally, I think you travel so much more than me, because you go to NC, but you go every other month or something. So you travel 4 to 6 times, versus if I travel once is okay. Twice, I'm making money already. So at least 2 trips is what I would plan.
Exactly. When I first got the Chase travel credit card, I got the Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card, which means I got to earn a lot of points just by booking flights domestically. But then I realized, like you said, I've been traveling a lot. So those points, I never used it. When I upgraded from the Preferred to the Reserve, those points became more valuable.
Right. You have the same number of points, but now each point has more value.
Exactly.
So you can now use the point. You can just collect the points by paying lesser value, but then you use it when you have
So
more.
I think this is a very smart strategy to start with a lower tier card and collect those points. Because I'm only paying $95 per year for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card, and I get the same amount of points as the Reserve. And then I upgrade for a year, use all those points up, and then when I'm done using those points, I'll downgrade to a Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Or I can even downgrade to a Chase Freedom card, which is no annual fee. So you can just hold on to it for a couple of years, and then you can actually upgrade again, I think after 4 years or and you can get the sign-up bonus again.
Oh, nice.
Exactly. But you need to wait a couple of years before you upgrade to a Reserve to get the sign-on bonus. Because I upgraded after 1 year, I got the Sapphire Preferred, and you don't get the sign-on bonus. You need to wait, I think, 4 years before you can be eligible to get the sign-on bonus again.
I didn't know that, yeah.
It's actually very interesting because everything we talked about is individual. owning a credit card. But when there's two people, let's say you're married and your spouse also has a bunch of credit cards, the synergies are very, very interesting.
Yeah.
We'll do a follow-up episode in a few years when we also when we also get to that level, because those you can unlock so many possibilities when you have a spouse too.
That I 100% agreed. Yeah, when there's two people, there's so much more potential.
Yeah, the two-player game is totally different.
Instead of 10 credit cards, now you can have up to 20 credit cards.
Yeah.
So much more sign-on bonuses, so much more referral bonuses.
You can refer each other.
I know. OMG.
I think that's a good place to stop.
Yeah. Okay. So let's stop here. And guys, let us know if you like this episode on credit cards and if you want to know anything more. And we would be happy to do a follow-up.
Leave a comment below on what credit cards you use so you can give us some ideas on what we should also
try. Tell us if we missed anything so, we learn from you guys. I'm Soorya Ramesh.
And I'm John Ravi. And you've been listening to Two Brown Accents.
We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.